does remind me, this picture of learning how to skate. One of the most frightening things in my entire life. Seriously, I'd rather have childbirth. I did twice, but no. Couldn't hold a candle to this. Ooh, it's tough, you know, to skate on a bank track. It really is. It's very, very, I mean, you have to be a real bona fide athlete to do that. And then to, you know, to do all of your game. It's really, really, you have to be really, really good. And of course, you may recall, or maybe you don't, because you look awfully young, so I'm not sure you could have seen this movie before. But I broke my arm when I was on the bank track. And so we had to push the movie back 6 weeks. And then because of that, I was able to go to Budapest and make a film with Richard Burton instead. He didn't care if my arm was broken.
Well, this is personal for me, because here I am, a kid from the San Fernando Valley.
Oh.
My main interests are horror films, going to Hollywood Boulevard on Saturdays, going to the movies, and hanging out in bookstores. Not porno bookstores, regular bookstores.
Yeah,
The Larry
that's a
Evans kind,
disclaimer.
Larry Evans, Pickwick, you know, and the Los Angeles T-Birds. So this film opening, for me, was very exciting. I remember the day it opened, I went to see it at the Americana 5 Cinemas on Van Nuys Boulevard in Panorama City. And it was a successful commercial film.
Yeah.
And I went to go see it 3 Saturdays in a row. So
Oh.
for me to sit here talking, you know, to you about this is
KCB?
very special. Yeah, absolutely.
Number 11.
Yeah. So why don't you take us on a journey back to 1972 and tell us a little bit how this project happened.
Okay, well, I'm glad you liked the movie, Josh, because I actually produced the film, and I was looking for a project that would change my career around a little bit and maybe be a bit surprising, and there would be no bikinis or anything like that. And as fate would have it, living in Beverly Hills, there was a theater arts student, screenwriting master at UCLA, who came and dropped a script called Kansas City Bomber off on my doorstep in Beverly Hills. He told me later when I met him that he bought a map of the stars' homes, and he dropped it off there. And I read it, and I said, gosh, this is a kind of interesting idea. You know, because I liked always the idea of a very athletic type of a girl, and I would be playing a mother. And I'd just like for you to notice that when the little blonde girl comes out on the porch, that's Jodie Foster, at I think 10 years old. And, but anyway, I found this script, and I thought, this is a kind of wonderful chance for me to kind of mix things up. And it's a tough life, a very tough life to be a skater. A professional skater girl in the roller derby. And I wanted to show that sort of nitty-gritty kind of a thing. And being a mother, I had also in my real life, I had come to Hollywood with a couple of very small toddlers when I arrived, and I didn't really know anybody. And so I could relate to all of that. And the kind of, I don't know, the kind of old boy network that's always seems to be at the top, at least in those days, in the early 60s. Thank you for your interest, but could you just hold off just a minute for me, because it's a little distracting.